Bum, 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 bum. Check it, cha 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 cha, boom, boom. Hey, what's up, Culture Drop? It's Galen, your pal, and talking about my favorite topic, which is culture. Specifically, pretty much everything I talk about impacts and is about culture. But specifically, I want to talk about what is culture. I'm gonna save it for after the intro. Okay. This is what I want to say about culture. In terms of what is culture inside an organization, I know that topic, even it's so nebulous and elusive. When I ask leaders or organizations to be describe your culture, what is your culture? It's always all over the map in terms of what people say. And ultimately, what I want to kind of marry is these two ideas, both of these things that are important, is that culture is employee experience. Culture really truly is what does it feel like to work for your team and organization? Not just what does it feel like as describe some words like fun, etc. Truly, to define culture is whether they are spoken or unspoken. Culture is the rules of engagement that define what it means to be part of a team in terms of how people show up and treat other people on the team and how they approach their work and do their actual jobs and their functions as part of the organization and contributing to a team. And the way that you create exceptional culture inside an organization is to create very clearly defined rules of engagement that everybody universally understands, right, and takes ownership for, that are clear and consistent across the map, that everybody understands, everybody takes ownership for, and that nobody at all in the entire organization is exempt from, right? So it's it can't be this applies to, certain levels of employees, but not to the leadership team or not to the CEO or people that have been there for 20 years. Culture truly has to be something that is clearly defined, that every single person understands clearly, that and takes ownership of, and that nobody's exempt from. In terms of that, our commitment level as an organization is that we are so committed to this being our culture and these being the ground rules of engagement and behaviors of what we will tolerate, what's acceptable, and what exceptional looks like here, is that we will allow nothing to take place that is out of alignment with this culture, this very clearly defined, right, these rules of engagement for us. In a nutshell, that is what culture is in terms of what I talk about, how to define it and truly understanding that when we talk about employee experience, it really is culture. What does it feel like to be there? What is your relationship with feedback? Do leaders treat employees well? Do leaders ask for feedback? How do you navigate conflict? Do people badmouth each other? All of those things that are sort of behaviors that exist inside an organization are people reluctant and resistant to change, or do they see change as a path to progress and they welcome it, right? Do we have growth mindsets around that? Those things are all things that contribute to culture. And they're also not this I hope we get it right. Those are things that you can set intentionally and create from the day that you start an organization as a startup, or even if you've existed for 50 years or 60 years as an organization, you can create those things. They don't already have to be in place. That's what culture is. It's employee experience, and there's a way to do it. I don't have time to go into in this video every single step that you do. That's what I do with organizations in terms of working with them hand in hand, but that is what culture is. That is how to define it, and it is possible to get it right and have it be exceptional. That's what I think. So, I don't know. That's it. That's what I think. All right. Get out of here. Go be awesome. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have our weekly email list, The Culture Drop. You can subscribe to that and get these emails right in your inbox. Follow our social media channels. Put out a lot of free content around being more awesome and building great teams.